Hello and welcome to Hero TV. My name is Ize Iyamu. Now it's countdown to Edo 2020 election, which is coming up September 19, But here on today on the program, I have a special guest. He's one of the APC chieftain going to be talking to us today.
My name's Louis Odianose Ojomo. I'm a legal practitioner.
It's 2020 Edo election. We've seen a lot of controversy between the APC and PDP, as the matter unfolds. We just want to ask of you, what is your expectation, on this election?
Generally, my expectation is that we have a free, fair, and violence-free election. That is my expectation. On top of that, I expect that the APC, whose candidate is Pastor Ize Iyamu, will emerge victorious at the elections.
Okay, there are lots of controversy between the Oshomole group and the Ize Iyamu group, which we felt, because since we've been talking to people, those are some of the things they highlighted. Do you think that alone is going to affect the election?
No Oshomole group or Ize Iyamu group. There is the APC.
Okay.
Both of these gentlemen that you mentioned are strong members of the APC. So for clarity, there's only one APC, there's only one party, there are no groups. Secondly, it is true that in the 2016 elections, there were statements made by Comrade Adams Oshomole, former national chairman of the APC, concerning the present candidate, Pastor Ize Iyamu. Those statements were made, and for those who are currently informed, they would know that Comrade Adams Oshomole has already recanted those statements. And as Pastor Ize Iyamu said, those statements were made to demarket him at the time when he was a candidate of the PDP and Oshomole was in the APC. It's politics. Everybody is looking for advantage. And when Comrade Adams Aliu Oshomole made those statements, it was a bit of political rascality and trying to win votes. But as of today, 2020, everybody now knows that those statements were just simply political in trying to gain advantage. And both parties have reconciled, and they are working together. And we all know now that Pastor Ize Iyamu was not those things that he said. For example, we heard it said by the comrade that Pastor Ize Iyamu was just a lawyer but not a barrister. He didn't go to law school. We know that is not true because Pastor Ize Iyamu went to law school. And if you go to the elections, we know that we're just political to try and demarket the pastor. But we have gone beyond that.
So you're telling us that Oshomole is a good marketer?
Definitely he is. For a person who marketed a candidate who never spoke at his election and the candidate was returned as governor, he is a damn good marketer. A candidate in any election, it's not really the candidate that is running for the election, it is the party. When an election is on, it is between two parties, as we are now, the PDP and APC. It's not really the candidate. The candidate is under the canopy of the party. That's why you go through a nomination exercise, go through primaries, and the candidate for the party is returned. So it is expected that leaders in the party will hold the hand of the candidate and market him. At every election, you will see the leaders of the party, when they finish talking, they will hold the hand of the candidate and raise it up to say, this is the person that we have chosen. It is not the candidate that holds the hand of the party and lifts it up. It is the party that will hold the hand of the candidate and raise it up. So it is not unusual. In fact, it is expected that Oshomole and other leaders in the party will campaign for Pastor Ize Iyamu. Having said that, if you listen to Pastor Ize Iyamu speak, you cannot doubt his competence or eloquence, his brilliance or intelligence, his ability or capability to deliver a campaign speech. It's never written. He
But
speaks.
why wasn't he allowed to do that before, Oshomole, before Oshomole started canvassing for him?
In the APC, he has been, in fact, before we started the war tours, Pastor Ize Iyamu had already gone around the state. He had been campaigning.
Yeah, because we've seen some videos of Oshomole, going to different places, to kneel, to beg, to ask people to vote for his candidate, explaining to them the reason why he did what he did the first time, and why they should listen to him the second time. So, looking at the whole scenario, because he, according to him, that Obaseki didn't know much, during the first term. That was why he did all that. And bringing Ize Iyamu, that we feel that is eloquent. Why didn't he allow Ize Iyamu to go and do all that for himself?
Yes, as amazing as Pastor Ize Iyamu is, he's not God, so he cannot be in all places at once. So members of the party will campaign for him at different places because we are spreading the message. Just before I came here now, I was somewhere kneeling down and begging. I'm a grassroots campaigner. I'm a canvasser for the APC, for the candidacy of Osage Ize Iyamu. All of us, you are speaking to me here in the village, but I'm not resident here. But I'm here in the village. What is my purpose? Is to sensitize my people, let them be aware why the APC must be returned as the next governor for Edo State. That is my job here. So if I'm here canvassing and talking with people, Oshomole is somewhere else canvassing, talking, we are doing our job. That is leadership. Okay. So it is expected. But I'm sure if you are fair, you also have seen many interviews, many footages, conferences, seminars, where Ize Iyamu himself is speaking for himself. Yeah.
I saw all that and I wonder why wasn't he given the opportunity, to talk in some of the places where he was supposed to, where he didn't, because Oshomole have to go there to speak for him.
Let me correct that. At those places, for example, I was at the first venue where Oshomole knelt down with the NJs in Benin. I was actually in the background at that venue. And everybody who followed Pastor Ize Iyamu knelt and appealed. You see, we are Edo people. Kneeling is not alien to us. Everything as an Edo man is done on your knees. When you are asking for a wife, it's done on your knees. When you are asking for blessing from the gods, it's done on your knees. When you are asking to be governor, what do you expect? It's done on your knees.
So, but my question, regarding the Oshomole's kneeling, I'm like, is he so passionate about those people that he wants to rule them, that he can just do everything, to appeal to them to vote for him?
Yes, let me correct an impression. You see, this narrative about Oshomole wanting to rule Edo, is only being played out again to try to demarcate him. Oshomole was just as eager in other elections. Nobody said he wanted to rule Edo. Everybody was very happy. Oshomole has been the darling of Edo for a long time because of the good works he did. Now, there's an opposition in Pastor Osage Ize Iyamu. Suddenly, everybody now knows that Oshomole is not from Benin, that Oshomole kneels down. But people forgot that, he has been in Benin, he has appealed to Enijes in the past, he has done many good works, and we were all clapping for him. Suddenly, it's now that those he helped before, he's not helping them now. Everybody is looking for chinks in the armor. Oshomole is not returning as governor. Oshomole is not contesting as governor. You wonder why people are making this election about Oshomole. So, Osage Ize Iyamu is the person who is running the election to be governor.
People are afraid of Oshomole action because of what they think, happened in Lagos. You keep hearing people, and you hear some people saying Lagos is not Benin, for that kind of godfather reason. Yeah. I think that is the reason why people are actually kicking against Oshomole. So what do you have?
The opposition's reaction is vexatious, is mischievous, it is loaded with bad intention. Why do I say this? As I said before, we are saying that now, Oshomole, he wants to rule Edo State, Oshomole is not good, he's not this because of... Well, let us judge Oshomole by his antecedents. In every local government in this state, Oshomole built schools, he built roads.
Like
He
this
was-
Central Northeast, he built schools here. He
He built schools
here.
just down the road here from me.
Okay.
You will see red roofs. He did this all across the state. So if you want to judge whether Oshomole is good or not, Oshomole respected our traditional institutions. Oshomole made us understand that politics, the money from politics, can actually be used to benefit the people. He worked tirelessly. You know, he built, like I said, a lot of roads. He developed communities. Oshomole was the darling of Edo State. He could do no wrong. Those are his antecedents. If you want to judge Oshomole by his antecedents, then let us be fair. Let us not forget the person that they know as Osho Quick, Osho Baba. What made him quick? Why was everybody, feeling he's quick? Well, the good jobs that he did in Edo State. Yes.
Now, lastly, we want to find out, how is APC preparing to win the election?
APC is preparing to win this election in a godly manner, in a violence-free manner, in a manner that tries to win the hearts and mind of the people, trying to let the people understand why they must vote for the simple agenda. You know, Pastor Ize Iyamu is the only politician in Nigeria, not Edo State, Nigeria, who before his campaign has sat down to document a manifesto of his intentions, which will be traceable, trackable, transparent for any person who wants to be able to assess his performance. No other candidate, maybe even in Africa, has gone through that trouble before his campaign to spell out what he intends to do as a governor. That tells me that this is the kind of person I would like to follow, a person who is methodical, who is scientific, academic in his way of doing things.
Thank you for being a part of us today, and we hope to see more of you, and we hope to see you there, as the election draws near. My name is Ize Iyamu.